Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, this is page number 2 of the document, Mr. H's Rules for Success on Algebra 1. Hey, I'm going to do 2 questions and then I'm going to shut this. Basically, I just wanted to put this problem on here because historically, the Regents exam, they used to put a lot of piecewise functions on there. They haven't put any on the last 2 tests. So I'm thinking that they're probably going to have something on there for this test. So I just wanted to show you guys how you would graph a piecewise function in case you need to. So on the screen, this is a number 31. This is a, you got to basically be able to graph on an axis. So I'm not going to actually go through the graphing part because I think most of y'all know how to graph, but I'm just going to show you how to enter this function. And then I'm going to show you basically where you go to get points to graph this. So let's go. All right, so it says the function h of x is equal to, and you see this little bracket thing here. I'm going to make this bigger. This little bracket. That's important because that's going to help you find the thing that you need in order to graph this. So let me just jump to my calculator now. So here, you're going to go to the graph, and then you press tab. Now, in order to do this, you're going to need that piecewise thing. So you go to the thing right next to the book, and let me show you. The very first thing that has that little bracket, this one, that's what you're going to need. So you just press enter, and it's going to give you 4 boxes. And in those 4 boxes, you're going to type the stuff that you see. So it's going to be 2x minus 3. And then you tab over to the next box. And in that box, you're going to put the inequality x is less than 0, right? Now, let me show you where to find the less than symbol. If you do control equals, that's where the less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, all of that stuff is in there. All right, so that's where you need to go. Now, once you've done the x is less than 0, you tab down to the next one, and you put in the next function. And it's going to be x squared minus 4x minus 5. That's a, oops, I made a mistake. You got to make sure you drop down. So that's going to be minus 4x minus 5. And then you tab over, and then you enter the inequality. So it's going to be 0 less than or equal to x. And then you go back, control less than or equal to 5. And then you press enter. And that's what the graph looks like. Now you can't see it, so I'm just going to grab the graph and pull it up. Now y'all can do that. You should know you can do that with the calculator. So here's my function. And if you look at it, you can see it has this straight line and it's going off the screen. So this part right here is going down to a negative infinity. This part here is a quadratic that goes all the way over. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes all the way over to 5 and then it stops. So you start here and you graph all the way over to here. Now, what I would do is I would use this graph, this picture to kind of help me understand what I need to graph. The other thing that you should use is the table, Control T. And here are some points. So if you want to plot a few, I'd say you should plot about 2 or 3 on the linear part, and you should have about 4 or 5 on the quadratic part. So this is what you would use. You would just use this, get some points out of there, and that's that. This undefined part, that means there's no values at 6. So you can see that it ends at 5, so that's why this is an undefined piece. But anyway, let me go back. Control T, let me get out of the table. So basically, in order to create this graph, you just have to go in here and you're going to select this one. That's right after the log. That's what you would do. So if you see this on Wednesday, this is all you need to do. And then you just have to put it onto your graph paper. All right, now, so that's that. Let me get out of here. Escape. Let me get rid of this. Menu 1, 4 is gone. Do you want to delete everything? Yes. All right, let's go to the next one. Next one is right here. It's number 34. It says on a set of axes below, graph f of x equals x squared minus 1 and g of x equals 3 to the x power. So without even graphing this, I know that this is going to be a quadratic, a smile, and this one is going to be an exponential function. And they want us to graph it. So I've got two tables that I'm going to create. One is going to be x, f of x, and the g of x is in red. So here I go. I go back to the calculator, press tab, and then I'm just going to key it in, x squared minus 1. All right, press enter. All right, that's blue. I'm going to pull the window down so you can see it. Let me take this and move it over here out of the way. And then I'm going to tab again, and then I'm going to put in 3 to the x power. So 3 raised to the x power, press enter. That's where the red is. I'm going to take this and move it over here. Now, you can see it's a quadratic exponential. There's a couple things. You need to be able to give me some points on this blue one, and you need to be able to give me a few points on the red one. So all you have to do is go to the table, Control T. You can see the first one. I'm gonna move this to make this a little shorter. You can see the first one. You can get, actually I'm gonna go up a little bit because I'm gonna use the symmetry. So I'm gonna start like at -2, -2, 3. I'm not gonna want a -1, 0, 0, -1, 1, 0. I've got some points. So I'm gonna enter that on in my table. So let me go. Is it a -2, 3, a -1, 0, 0, -1, 1, 0, and let me get one more point. I'm gonna get 5. And then I got 2, 3. All right, so now I'm going to get some points off the exponential too. So -1 gives me a decimal. I basically don't want a decimal. Let me do this. I'm gonna put F2 here. Can I get rid of this? Okay. All right, so I just switched places. So I put the other one here. So now what I don't want any decimals. I want only integers. So here's 1, 0, 1. And then I got 1, 3. And then I got 2, 9. And let's see what else I get. Let me see if I get one more point. It says 327. Now I don't think I'm gonna be able to put 327 on my graph paper, but I've got a few. So now let me just show you what my table looks like. I went and I got some points for the quadratic, and I got some for the exponential. And once I have these points, I just go on the paper and I plot them. Now, one more thing that you should do here is whenever you have two functions, you should try to find the intersection. So, and this is how you do it. Control T gets rid of the table. Now, I want to know where this intersection is. So I'm going to go menu 6, and then option 4 is intersection. And to use this, you just start on the left. You just go to the left of where the intersection is, and then you just drag it past. As soon as you get past, you just put this. So here are the coordinates for that point. Now this looks like it looks like it's got an irrational number. I'm not sure, but anyway, that is the coordinates of this point. That's it. You can see there's one intersection, and then from here, if I were to drag it down, you can see that the red and the blue never cross again. So that's it. That's what you would do for these two kind of questions. It's just graphing. They've given you functions, so you got to use it. All right, I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to look at